crazy coincidences. Abraham Lincoln and JFK lived eerily similar lives. Both were elected to Congress in the year 46, then to presidency in the year 60. Both married in their 30s to women in their 20s. Both lost a son while living at the White House, with 21 letters in their full name with 7 letters in each word. Both were shot in the head by Southerners on a Friday in the presence of their wives. Lincoln in a Ford Theater and Kennedy in a Ford car. Each assassin's full name is 3 words with 15 letters in total. They were both succeeded by Southerners with the last name Johnson that had the birth year of 08. An engaged couple was looking at photos to put together a slideshow for their wedding. The woman pulled out a picture of herself at Disney World over 20 years ago and set it to the side. When her fiance looked at it, he was shocked. In the background, he recognized his father pushing him in a stroller as a baby. Not only did they discover that they had been in the same place at the same time, but somebody actually snapped a picture of the moment they were passing each other. The crazy part about this is that at the time, the couple lived in 2 completely separate countries and would not meet until many years later. She was quoted saying, "I was happy that he proposed to me before this so that I knew it was because he loved me, not because he saw the picture and thought it was meant to be." A woman that was somewhat drunk was on her way to a Halloween party when all of a sudden a fight breaks out and she gets stabbed. She didn't realize that she got stabbed until a guy walked up to her and told her that he could see a muscle coming out of her side and that she should call 911. A couple of years later, she went to get a tattoo of a knife under the scar of where she got stabbed. When she sat down with a tattoo artist, she realized it was the same guy that told her to call 911. 2 women walked into an office to complain that they had received the same social security number, assumingly due to a computer error. But what really happened is that they had the same name, Patricia Ann Campbell. They were both born on March 13th, 1941. Their fathers were both named Robert Campbell. Both were married in 1959 with 2 children the exact same ages. Both worked as bookkeepers, had an interest in oil painting, and studied cosmetics in school. While on a college tour, a family was discussing the Solo Star Wars movie that had recently come out and talking about what they thought of it. Then suddenly, they noticed that Harrison Ford was on the college tour with them. A woman's friends were looking for her on Twitter by searching her full name, Morgan Knight. They all ended up following a separate Morgan Knight on Twitter that looked exactly like the original Morgan Knight. A woman bought wine gums, which made her think about her ex of over 10 years ago because it was his favorite candy. Later that day, she decided to Google him. It was his funeral that day. This nurse found out that her colleague doctor was actually a premature baby that she cared for 28 years previously. These 2 dogs with one of each eye found each other in the grocery store. The guy on the left was in his future wife's family picture 7 years before they met. This married couple in China discovered that they appeared in the same photo as teenagers before they had ever met. A woman injured her chin at dinner and received this fortune cookie right after. "Time heals all wounds. Keep your chin up." This was an Uber driver with his passenger looking nearly identical. This pigeon pooped a portrait of itself on a leaf. Follow for more crazy coincidences.